In this video, I'm putting the Axial Base Camp budget build head-to-head against the Hobby Plus CR18P Pro. Now, in my budget build video for the Base Camp, I put about $90 worth of mods into this truck and got great performance out of it. But in this video, we're going to see if those performance gains are enough to battle with one of the baddest RTRs on the market right now. Let's start with some of the advantages and disadvantages that these trucks have over each other. Starting with the Base Camp here. Some advantages of the Base Camp is that it's got great sticky aftermarket tires, Little Guy Racing parts, black label tires, ultra grippy, excellent tires. Those are mounted on nice heavy brass wheels. The Base Camp's got a lot of weight down low. It's super planted. Some of the disadvantages that the Base Camp has is its size. It's a 24 scale compared to an 18 scale, so overall it's just generally smaller, which could put it at a disadvantage. Also, the power delivery in this with the Spectrum Firma brushless setup is not as smooth as the Hobbywing setup in the CR18P Pro. Touched on some of the advantages that the CR18P Pro has, size and power plant, but the CR18P also has portal axles on it. It's going to give it lots more ground clearance underneath here. It's also got a better steering angle and longer travel suspension. The tires, although they are soft and grippier than previous CR18Ps, they're still not up to the same level of performance as the Base Camp's black labels. One of the big advantages for the CR18P is the power plant. I mentioned the Hobbywing setup. This is also 3S capable with the Hobbywing Mini 24 setup. It can only run 2S on the Base Camp. Another advantage that the CR18P has is the radio. It's got a much nicer radio system. With this adjustability here, you can change the battery type, got your drag brake on the fly. More functionality with this radio setup over the SLT2 with the Base Camp. Let's look at these trucks by the numbers. Starting with the corner scale, we'll look at the weight distribution. Starting with the CR18P Pro. With the battery installed, we're at 57% front, 43% rear. Weight slightly skewed by 1% to the right, otherwise pretty balanced. Total weight, just about 477 grams. With the budget Base Camp, also 57% front, 43% rear. Slightly biased as well on the right-hand side, 52% to 48, and a total weight of 443 grams. So by the numbers on the scale here, these are very close. Getting to the performance table is to the side hill, starting with the CR18P. It's 35, 40, 45, 50, starting to slide a little bit. I'd say 53 or 54 on the side hill. Base Camp. 35, 45, starting to slide. 50, 51 I'd say for the Base Camp. Now the vertical. 40, 50, 55, 60 starting to slide. Oh, I'd say 63 on the vertical for the CR18P. 40, 50, 55, 60. Trying to go as slow as I can. 65, 65 for the Base Camp. So far, our contenders are very evenly matched. Remember, we've got the same price all in, $190 out of the box for this truck, $190 all in with the mods for the Base Camp. Weight distribution was very close across the two. The CR18P edged out the Base Camp on the side hill, but lost it on the vertical. Results of both of those tests separated by only a handful of degrees. Now to settle this, let's put these things head to head on the indoor course. We're going to do the usual course runs, hit the challenge lines, and see which of these performs the best. On the indoor course, here we go. The CR18P is going to kick us off. And you can see the smoothness of that Hobbywing Mini 24 system in this truck. It's a great setup. You can also see the underdriven rear of this truck. The front tires are going to spin faster than the rear, which is going to help this thing with turning, on top of the already great steering angle that these axles provide. Struggling on the canyon here. Trying to just horsepower out of it here. There we go. Despite the larger size, able to make a tight turn at the top there to pivot and come down. Gonna head into Mini Moab. Roll into the escalator. That 3S power getting us through the gatekeeper very quickly. I am pushing off to the side. Oh, I almost lost it there. I'm in trouble, big trouble here. Oh, here's a severe disadvantage of the Hobby Plus. These links are super weak. This is the third set of links, lower rear links, that I've broken on this truck. Back in action using SCX24 Gladiator lower rear link there. So we got this thing back in business, but we are now competing with SCX24 parts on the Hobby Plus. Be more gentle this time around. Can't afford to go off the table again. And really struggling on this escalator. There we go. I had to use power to get through here. See if I can use my size to an advantage. Find a different line up and over this real slippery spot. Got it. Is that cheating? I don't know. We made it though. Descent down the chute here. See how this does on the downhill. Very composed. This chassis is very well laid out. Try the side hill. Very planted on the side hill. Able to take a high line there. Oh, I lost it but recovered. And Hell's Gate. Oh, lost it there. Able to take a different line, go straight up that nasty section. Those portal axles really helping us out there. A little off the side. Alright, a lengthy but successful run up Hell's Gate. We'll wrap this up, take one more spin through Articulation Alley and go back to the start on top of the canyon. I have to go back and watch my first video of the CR18P Pro. I feel like it struggled this time around. I don't remember if that was the case when I first tested this, but we'll see how it stacks up against the base camp. And we're pushing hard on there. There we go. And now the budget base camp, which I originally thought was the underdog. Now I'm not so sure. But you can see that the Firma system in this just does not have the same smooth slow crawl like the Hobbywing does. It's just too jerky. Small size with the SCX24 getting us through there very clean. You'll see despite the smaller footprint, still not able to turn as sharp as the CR18P through this section here. I gotta get reset here. I'm off track. Oh, nice run up the canyon. Those Black Label tires hooking up good. See, I just don't have the tight turning like that Hobby Plus does. We'll drop down into the challenge lines here. Let's head into the escalator now. That Firma's got plenty of punch there, getting us through the gatekeeper. Okay, we're gonna roll right through. First attempt, great job by the base camp. Try the descent here, down the chute. Oh, not as composed as the Hobby Plus. The side hill. Base camp also able to take a high line here. Very composed across the base of the chute there. And Hell's Gate. Oh, I thought we were gonna rip right up there. I still will. Holy cow. Boy, the base camp just crushing the indoor course. Great showing from this little truck. We'll head through the hot tub here, back through Articulation Alley, and wrap this up. We were close in the numbers in the comparisons, but I think it's safe to say the base camp just flattened the course runs here. Great job by the little budget build. We can get back up the canyon here. Struggling. There we go. Nice job, little blue. There you have it, guys. There was our showdown. A lot of fun with these trucks. Really just a great excuse to run the budget build and the CR18P Pro, both of which I really love. But can I say, long live the SCX24, right? Great job by the little budget base camp. It's really impressive what you can get out of the SCX24 platform with a few bolt-on mods. Not to take away from the CR18P Pro, it's awesome to be able to buy it right out of the box and have it built the way it is and set up the way it is. And with just a set of tires and wheels on this thing, I think the results would have been drastically different. But while the SCX24 is getting a little long in the tooth, it still goes to show that a few well-planned modifications on this platform can still make it competitive against the newer RTRs that are coming out. But guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the showdown here? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.